Hi, what's going on YouTube? I'm Testing you here. And we're going to be talking about Skate since we can finally upload it. The NDA is lifted once and for all. So if you don't know, Skate will be coming out for everyone on September 16th. You'll be able to play it, enjoy it as much as you want. Um, yeah, we're going to be going up sir, over some settings, some of the preferred settings that I have. And yeah, so first off, the most talking point is that everyone hates V, which is this little robot. And essentially, you go to audio and you can turn it off right here. You can disable it so you don't have to hear your voice at all. I like to have voice commentary like when the people talk in game. I like to have it down just because I like hearing the crunchiness and the sound effects of the skateboard itself. So I have that at 90. My main volume at 70 just because my headsets are super fucking loud. Music audio, you can have it however you want. Right now I have it at 0 just because I don't want to get copywritten. Let me show you what V sounds like.
Whoa, someone should call a doctor. You've got a bad case of trichinitis. Actually, you've got a good case of it.
Yeah, so as you can see, it sounds stupid. You be saying dumb shit, and yeah, I'm not really fucking with it. So I mean, I feel like it's more pushed towards kids. This game is. I mean, look at the style. It kind of has this Fortnite feel, but I know a lot of people are gonna get bitchy about it, especially on the forums. You see it on YouTube and all that stuff. And yeah, it's kind of like I'm a little disappointed. I was expecting something like Skater XL, more realistic style. But we got what we got, and honestly, the gameplay itself, the skating, the mechanics, how way it feels, kind of more than makes up for it. So it's not. I'm not gonna gripe on it too much. You know, the more you skate, the more you kind of just like it just stays there in the background and doesn't really affect too much. Uh, so yeah, we do have a little bit improved quality. You know, the textures on the skin, the clothes and stuff. Let me quickly show you. Obviously, you rank up, you get more outfits. So what you're doing, let me actually not get it too ahead of itself. Let's stick to the settings for now. I'll show you that later. Obviously, you have these hidden directions and stuff. Like you can obviously switch your settings more, be more calculative. Obviously, you go into social. You can allow people to teleport to you or spectate you. You know, obviously turn that off if you want. It all depends on yourself. So I'm not really going on to these, but what I will do, oh my god, what did I do? What I really wanted to show you was pick a visualizer, which is should be in the middle. There it is. Yeah, I mean, if you want to have this on, it doesn't really matter. It does let you see how good you're flicking and not, or, you know, if you're trying to do if you're new to skate, this will help you improve on, or help you basically know how good you're flicking, controls, and all that stuff. Personally, I don't need it. I already played it. I have 400 hours in this game, so personally, I don't need it. There's other stuff like gameplay. I'm playing on experience. It doesn't really matter. Streamline is basically like you can literally just flick up and it does an ollie, or you can flick to the left or to the right and it'll do a kick flip or a heel flip and stuff like that. It's just a lot more streamlined. The problem with streamline though is that you can't do ollie tricks or nollie tricks, I should say, which is essentially doing tricks on the front. As you can see, my character's foot is on the front. Those are nollie tricks. As you can see, nollie kickflip. You can't really do those. So I suggest classic or experience. You can do a lot more tricks. A lot more shit opens up to you. So obviously I'm playing regular, and that's what I skate in real life. Flick sensitivity, I leave it at 100. So if you have stick drift, I'd recommend having it at 100. I personally have, I let my brothers play on my console. More people that play on the controller, they know that's more wear and tear on the controller. So it does a little, it did affect me. So yeah, obviously you can have more control on with this. So you can basically push with your left stick. I don't really like this. I mean, it's fine, but uh, honestly, it does have a better feel to it. If you, I guess you want to be a little more realistic. It really all depends. Personally, I just push with square, so I don't really mind or really care about that. So before pumping with the left stick, Essentially, this is what it does is so if you're playing on the bowl or in transition, like on a ramp or anything, all you have to do is hold forward and it starts, leaning down. Personally, this is fine. You can use this if you want. I feel like using the triggers is a lot better. It does the same thing and it maintains your speed without having to really push at all if you're in a bowl or something. A lot of people complain about this and don't listen to them because a lot of, there's so many fucking, whether it's on the forums, like YouTube comments or Reddit, a lot of people don't know what the hell they're talking about. So if you guys want to have more in-depths, if you have problems with anything, let me know. I have 400 hours, like I said. I definitely know what the hell I'm doing because a lot of people just don't even look at their fucking settings, and it's infuriating seeing the same fucking comments. And I'm only one person. I can't, you know, fucking give everyone the. I can't comment on their everyone and tell them how to fix everything. So if you guys want to see more videos on specific things, yeah, there you go. What else? What else we got here? I swapped the square and circle just because in the earlier builds it was different, and I just got used to pushing with the square button. So I did that. Jump button, release. That doesn't really matter. Assist. So right here I have it. I don't know. I have it at 10. I thought I had it at 5. You can have it at 100, but it's gonna magnetize you. And there's so many people complaining about how, oh, the fucking grinding assist is so fucking easy in this game because it just magnetizes you to everything. And no, it's just, just lower it down, have it more realistic. It's gonna be more challenging if the lower you have it. You're gonna have to be more precise on the way you get it onto grinds. And yeah. So yeah, just if you feel like it's too easy, lower it down. If you feel like it's too hard, you can obviously lower it up to your liking. Vert pump assist, obviously, like I said, that was exactly what I was doing. I have it at 20 just because sometimes, I don't know, I actually haven't tested it on a previous build. It was kind of hard to time it perfectly, but I feel like they knocked it down this time, so I don't have to do it so perfectly. I have it on 12. It's what works best for me. Uh, so I have to struggle on keeping my speed up in transition. Followed full height, I have it at 2 right now. So this is essentially, let me find a spot I can jump off. The lower you have it, oh my god, see, as you can see, my stick drift is acting up. So the lower you have it, fuck, where is it? Assist. Let me put that as 0. It's gonna be more realistic, and you're not gonna be able to land these high ass fucking jumps. So I don't know if I can land this one. Yeah, I'm always gonna fall if I have it at 0 here. Let me give you a couple more. Always see. One more time. I'm always gonna fall. Now, if you have it at 1, oh shit, I did not. If you have it at 1 or 2, you can fall from like literally almost any height, like it won't even matter, and you'll be fine. 1 is like the sweet spot, but I find 2 is needed for some of the more um, crazier challenges. Some challenges make you fall from like mega ramps, and if you don't have it at 2, you're basically gonna fucking fall every time. So I recommend it having it at 2 if you're doing challenges. Obviously, if you're doing free skating, have it at 1. Preferably, I would have it at 1. But again, I was doing some challenges yesterday, which I needed to have more fall assist on. So anyways, moving along, friendlier wipeouts. This depends, like, as you can see on the bottom left, the bottom right, I should say. If you have it off, it's more easier to fall off if you bump into certain obstacles. That's all that really is. So if I bump into this at higher speeds, I probably need higher speeds than that, you will essentially, just fall off your skateboard. That's all that is. So if you feel like it's bugging you, if you're playing more consistently and you're falling super like all the time, you can just have friendlier. You can just turn that on and have friendlier wipeouts. Minimum pop height. That's essentially how high you can pop your skateboard. If you have it all to 100, you can only pop super high, like super high ollies. If you have it at 50, you can have like a medium pop height. Obviously, it doesn't affect it. As you can see, I can have it at 0. I can have little baby pops, but I can also have higher pops. So it doesn't really affect it. It just depends if you want like these baby little pops and make it look more smoother. Because obviously if you have like high pops, It's always gonna jump like that, and you might overdo it. So what else? I know I'm gonna have a lot of editing to do here. There's so much to go through for some people that might, some people are different, that not everyone's gonna have the same settings. Flip trick catch assist. This is essentially, I have it off, but if you have it on, it's gonna make it easier to catch, and it's essentially like you can hold it, as you can see. Yeah, but if I have this on, like I'm gonna have to time it manually in order to catch it. But if you have it on, shit, fuck, I'm stuck. If you have it on, it's gonna catch. It's gonna stop it by itself, which is kind of a bad thing. I mean, it makes it easy. You're always gonna land it. I mean, not always. There are times where you're not gonna land it, but for the most part, it's gonna catch it automatically every time. Yeah, that's all that is. Uh, Not really my cup of tea. I prefer, timing it a lot myself manually. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna turn this shit off. Semi-auto pumping. Again, I have it on because it helps you maintain your speed in transitions. Like if you're, skating a pool or something, like I was earlier. Prevent low airspeeds off. I have this off because I like making spins. If you have it on, it kind of just forces you to not be able to spin when you're doing flag ground tricks and stuff. Required grabs while flipping. I have this off because if you're trying to do a flip, your skateboard is just gonna leave you. I'd rather just have it off and not have to worry about having to hold the skateboard every time. So auto curb pop, I have this off because I sometimes I want to do little slappies, curb here, and just you know skate it or grind it. If you have auto pop, it'll always just manually jump over, and then sometimes it'll just act stupid if you want to do slappies. So I have this off, so it doesn't because the game will sometimes think you're doing something else, and it'll just ruin itself. It'll do some dumb shit sometimes. So I have that off. Auto caveman mount off, doesn't really matter. Sprint to climb, all this is off. Don't really give a fuck about that. Hell flip tricks on, late flips on. All these tricks, I have these on. It just essentially this is your trick toggle. So if you want to do wallies, have this on. There's certain tricks you can turn off if you don't really want to do them, if you don't really care about them. But I mean, why not? Just might as well just have every trick in the book on. Quick ollies, I have it on. What that does is just you just flick upwards and it does like a baby pop. That's helpful for getting up curbs and stuff. What else can I go over? Pre-winds. See control side. This is obviously has to do with this pre-wind one. As you can see, it turns off. I like to have it on hold, and I'll show you what that is. These don't really matter. Just have these on. So pre-winding is so when you hold the left stick and the right stick down, you want to turn the left stick. See, as he's winding his arms. Essentially, it helps you spin faster. Let me show you real quick. Damn. Oh my god, it is kind of annoying. Sometimes you won't get it. Okay, that was a normal spin. Normally, you can only do like a 180 or like a 360 sometimes on flat ground. So, alright, so right here, you're gonna have your normal speed. This is a normal spin, a little bit slow. I couldn't get the perfect spin. I tried my hardest. Right here is a little bit faster. As you can see, it's a little bit hard to tell, but that's essentially what it does. So that's all that is. The next up is cameras. I do have this differently. Back then in previous builds, it was a lot better because it gave you a kind of like a fisheye lens effect, like somebody was filming you, as you would see in like the YouTube old YouTube clips of like skaters and stuff, like montages and stuff. But now, all it does is just zooms out, which kind of sucks. It's not as good as it used to be. I used to love having it at 110 because it gave you if I find an old clip, I might add it in here, but it doesn't give you that fisheye lens effect anymore, which sucks. all it does is just zoom out. But now that they added maintain camera distance, and all it does is essentially moves it closer so it sticks this close all the time. And you can, adjust it and change however you want it. I kind of like this though. I like it this way because it makes it feel like the world is a lot more huge. Obviously, you can change however you want it. It does center your character a lot more. So if you have it at 20, you want to go to all your offboard offset, and you're gonna have to move it to like 100 if you want it at 120 like this. If you want it that close. It obviously, again, um, depends on your preference. You can change it however you want. I actually have low horizontal and low vertical because uh, I'll show you. So the horizontal one, it basically just follows a lot less quicker. You know, I'm doing these 360s. The skateboard is in front of me, or the skateboard is in front of me. But if you have it to like, let's say 10, the camera will always follow behind you. So yeah, as you can see, the camera ends up following me right behind. Obviously, it depends on your preference again. If you want it this way, this is fine. But I feel like, in real life, the camera guy would follow behind you and trail a little bit. It wouldn't be, as precise. So I'll keep that at 3. For me, personally, upward offset again depends on yourself. Uh, I suggest like skating around a bit, figuring out your preferences, figuring out how much you want your offset to be. I'll leave it at 7 for now. Uh, Camera follow. Obviously, this is depends on your height. Like if you want it from the top, if you want it from the bottom, you can switch it. Obviously, it depends too. It's more noticeable if you have it this way. If you don't have the maintain camera distance. I've been fucking around with it. I still haven't figured out the exact way I want it, but I kind of been rocking this for a while. Obviously, this is depending on like this is your offboard shit, your offboard camera settings. Obviously, now horizontal sensitivity and vertical sensitivity depends on like how fast you want to look around using your right stick. Horizontal fall and strafe, same thing, same principle as I did earlier. Obviously, this is the same. You can always, you know, take off, maintain camera distance, have this crazy ass fucking zoom, or you can have it close, and again, make the world a little bit more wider. Offboard pitch. Now this is like, as you can see, I was at 30. Yeah, I was at 30. So if you want to have like like a camera following you from down low, you can have it at 24, which is the max, or you can have it so that you're looking straight down into the ground, like a camera following you from on top or something. So that's your offboard pitch. So nothing too crazy. And then obviously your inverts. Camera advanced settings. I have dynamic side switching off. All this does is like depending on the side that you're skating on, the camera will flip. Obviously you have a bunch of other stuff, shake sensitivity, high speed effect. I have this off just because it kind of just zooms out once you have speed. It's kind of nice, but I kind of I want to have it feel more realistic when I make these videos, so I just don't want the effects to pop up. Drop off speed pitch. This is like, as you can see on the right, enables the camera to automatically pitch down when approaching a drop. So like if you're going down a hill, it'll just like have this higher angle camera view so you can see what's in front of you. I have this off because it doesn't really matter to me as of right now. I'm perfectly fine. I basically know the whole map. Again, I have 400 hours plus on this game, so I kind of know the in and outs of this map already. So I don't really need that collision offset. This is essentially, it just changes the camera view once you make collision with something, so you can see something. You can see stuff a lot better. I might have this at 8 now because the camera has been wonky, and I'll try to show you that later on. Yeah, during this update, it just randomly does this at times where the camera will just zoom past the skater, and you basically can't see what the hell you're doing or what the hell you're gonna collide with. So yeah, that's been an issue in this update. But yeah, the camera upward, camera follow at low speed. What the hell is this? Keep the camera aligned with the skater at low speeds on. That's probably why. At low speeds, auto follow camera. Oh, the cooldown. I have this at narrow. Yeah, none of this other stuff really matters, to be honest. Again, you can always adjust this. Oh, the climbing. Yeah, sometimes you want to look up ahead. I'd suggest having these types of settings for the climbing camera. And that's about it. There's not much else I can show. Obviously, again, I have the graphic in-depth quality in the motion blur. I have that off. The brightness settings doesn't really exactly work right now. Or at least I don't notice a difference. But I have that at 0 just because the game is fucking bright right now. Uh, Accessibilities. Again, this is a quicker way to look at your field of view if you don't want to go through the camera. You know, if you change your on the fly here. To accessibilities, I went over this again. If you have troubles listening to V, you can turn it off. You can have the sound effects up a lot more, and yeah, that's gonna be my quick little settings guide. I'm gonna try to edit some of the nonsense out because I did struggle a little bit to try to show you what you can and cannot do. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope it was helpful. I'm gonna look forward to making a lot more content for you guys, showing the map off and stuff. If you guys want to see any specific stuff or you have any questions, leave it down in the comments below. That being said, hope you guys have a wonderful day. And yeah, look out for some skating parts videos. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one.